All right, everybody, we are hopping into the Zamasu World Tour here for the GT Red Zone. This is going to be every fight in the GT Red Zone, no item run with Zamasu's team. I did this with the 23rd World Tournament Goku and Piccolo Jr. back during Golden Week, and I think people really enjoyed those videos, and I think it's a great chance to, really look at these teams, and it's not just a showcase of the units themselves, but a showcase of their team and how to approach these different fights that are in the game right now. And, the GT Red Zone isn't the hardest anymore, but I still think it's good to just see these characters in a bunch of different scenarios, and it just gets more footage of them up on the channel around different characters and different fights. You guys will see that I keep a main core of units throughout most of it, and then I do shift them up a little bit. This first fight here against Legic is not very difficult. We also have type advantage. Doesn't take very long. We're going to wrap up commentary here. Enjoy the rest of the OST playing, and I will catch you guys in the next fight with commentary there. Alright, everybody, we're hopping into the next fight here up against Lord Lude in the GT Red Zone. This is Stage 2, and we're continuing these showcases here of the No Item World Tour of the GT Red Zone with Zamasu's team. What I like about these videos more than anything is that it's not just a showcase of the new character, but a showcase of their team as well, and how I would build it to approach these fights. You kind of get a look into my team building and my thought process as I approach these different fights. Now, the beginning here of the, early stages of the Red Zone is not very difficult, so we're just going to walk in here and blast it. It's not going to be much thought to it. But the most important thing I can give you, like, whenever you're team building, is find a core of units that you like whenever you jump into these events that you can use to succeed. So what I like is, AGL Zamasu, of course, his easy A. Gotta have him. Of course, we have to have the leader, the Tech Zamasu, who you just saw eat a super for double digits. And then I like to bring Piccolo Jr. and Chilai, assuming that the event doesn't cancel dodge. Those are like my 4 core units of the team that I like to bring. And then I just cycle in the last 2 units depending on who I feel like would do well in a specific fight. So if it's going to go really long and maybe it has an int phase at the end, I'm probably not going to bring that Tech Goku Black and Zamasu. If there's a int phase with Ki Blast Supers, I may bring, LR Janemba. It just really depends on how I think the fight's going to go and who I think I'm going to need for that fight. The nice thing about Zamasu is that he does have an over-encompassing extreme class leader skill. So, you can fit a lot of extreme class characters in there who are going to be defensive units, support units, that you can just kind of throw on the team, or maybe even Metal Cooler. You can just try to, abuse him for the revive and just get a free turn out of him. There's a lot of different strategies that you can employ with this team, so let me know how you guys like to approach team building and what you guys like to do. If you just copy other people, if you wait for somebody on, Reddit to tell you how to build a team, or if you have a friend that kind of helps you out. Let me know, how you guys approach building teams, but for now, we're going to let the rest of this video play here against Lord Lude, and I will catch you guys with more commentary against Rildo. Alright, everybody, we're hopping in here to the next fight against Rildo. Now, Rildo, whenever he first came out, he was a little challenging, he was like our first indication that, oh man, these might be some big fights. I said that in the Goku and Vegeta showcase too, but it is true. And Zamasu walks up to Rildo and says, Who? Who are you? I am literally God. Like, I became the universe, bro. You got nothing here. And, we have the full Zamasu lineup, and everything just goes really well. I don't really have much here to say about Rildo. He just goes down, like all of these other fights, very easily. Nobody really gave me any scares here. Everybody just looks really good on this team. We got a nice dodge there by AGL Zamasu. That's always fun to see. or sorry if I spoiled it. I might be like a millisecond ahead of you guys, you know. So like I'm in the future. Typically, whenever I record these post commentaries, I do like to skip around a little bit through the showcase too, just kind of skim it, see if there's anything that really stands out to me that I need to mention before you guys get to it. But overall, I don't even remember most of these runs because they were just so easy. I feel like we just hopped into each of these with the Zamasu team, and we just one try at all of these fights. There was not any major catastrophic issues. Everybody did their job. Everything was great. So this Zamasu team, he really was a huge savior for villain units. We needed this. Like, Dokkan needed a win, and not just him, but AGL Zamasu being as good as he is, it is a huge win for Dokkan. It's like we can really build a team on the back of the two Zamasus and Piccolo Jr. That is enough building blocks to really get us through a lot of these difficult fights right now. And then, of course, we have Chilai, who's basically kind of like Bulma Light for villains, you trade guard and damage reduction for Scouter and Dodge. So depending on your playstyle, you may end up liking her better. She also has the healing, which is really good. The support, it all just makes the team run very smooth. Him and AGL Zamasu also giving the 2-key support. It just makes all of these villain units feel really good together, and they can just work really well together. So let me know what you guys thought about this showcase here against Rildo, and if you guys like this format of content. Probably not going to be very many videos out today, probably just the 2, because I don't have time to record another one. So hopefully you guys don't mind the trade-off of, less videos in a day, but they're, better videos. Essentially, I recorded 14 videos, and then I just compiled them into 2 here. So let me know what you guys think about this style of content. I try to do it whenever there's 2 units that I really like and want to showcase, and I really do like the Goku and Vegeta, the Trunks, and the 2 Zamasus. So that's what we have here. Let me know what you guys think, and when I'm going to catch you guys with more commentary against Baby. All right, we're hopping into the next fight here against Baby, and I did bust out LR Janemba on the team to help with this run. Janemba does have a Key Blast Super Attack nullification. It's a 50% chance. I don't think we actually get it in the video, but we do get a nice dodge against one of the super attacks here in the video. I do float him off on the first turn just because it's, we don't really need him. Like, he can tank this Baby even without his guard in slot 3, and I wasn't really concerned about him taking damage. People, I did bring the Int Zamasu here just to use him. A lot of people have been, just declaring his downfall. He's a completely worthless release, and I still think he does have a lot of value on this team, even as a floater. Most time you're going to be running the Tech Zamasu probably in slot 1. In the early stages of the fight, and then by the time turn 6 rolls around, you can probably get the domain, or you're at least going to have AGL Zamasu, the fusion AGL Zamasu out, who's going to share 6 out of 7 links with him. So you can really run this guy effectively as a floater, and I don't see why people are just like devaluing that. Having just a solid slot 3 floater on your team is very valuable. He's not going to be great against like AoE bosses, of course, but he is going to be really good throughout, most stages of the game that don't have AoEs, and I really wanted to show that off here. So we did bring him here against Baby. Again, not the toughest stage ever, and it does have AoEs, but he's able to get the job done, and I just wanted to put some more highlight on him. I did do a video of him versus First Form Cell. You guys should check that out. At least I believe I did. Or at least he was on the team whenever maybe I did my first initial run. I don't remember exactly, but he was definitely in a video I did against First Form Cell, and he tanked a super attack. So find that video. He looks really impressive in there. So check it out. Let me know what you guys think. But for now, we're just going to continue the rest of the Baby showcase here. Again, not much to really talk about. Everything went very smooth. Baby, I guess, could have tried to hurt us, being that he's, type advantage over us. But, listen, Tech Zamasu can tank Rose, okay? We're not worried about Baby, okay? Comparatively, Baby's a baby. So let me know what you guys thought about Baby like the team here against Baby, and let me know if you would have changed anything, what you think of that Int Zamasu, and how you would have approached this fight. Let me know down in the comments below. I really appreciate you guys. I'm going to catch you with more commentary against Super 17. All right, everybody, hopping into the next fight here against Super 17, and we did change the team build up a little bit. This time we brought Super Boo, which is a little bit, I don't want to say risky, but it is kind of annoying because he does do a Ki Blast super attack, so he is going to actually be healing Super 17 in the, Super 17 phase. But I figured let's get, Super Boo on the team. He can work well in this fight, even if he's, going to be, like, even if Super 17 is going to absorb his, his attack. He does have his active skill should we fall down to a really low HP. We actually decided to use Piccolo Jr.'s active skill here at the beginning just to get him a little bit, built up faster and just to make the event go a lot faster. There's no need to, like, dwell in these events whenever my only goal here is to win. I'm not really trying to showcase a unit, so I can get into a different mindset and I can just focus on winning. And if I'm focusing on winning here, I can just pop Piccolo Jr.'s active skill, get the attack breaks, get him 2 out of his 5 super attacks built up. That way he's ready to go for the next phase, and then we can really just start, going to town in this next fight. So, overall, not a whole lot of issues here, but Super Boo, his 18 Ki is a Ki Blast, so Super 17 can absorb it. He can get some decent healing off of it, but his 12 Ki is a, melee super attack, or like a normal. He does like the Mystic Ball attack, whatever it is, and so like he does have some viability, plus he's able to tank the super attacks and everything, so I'm not really worried about him, which is good. Anytime I can bust him out, it's good. LR Golden Frieza, he does do a Ki Blast super attack, so again, he does do some healing at one point in the video. I think he like triple supers and heals 17 quite a bit, but the Merge Zamasu's, it's not an issue. The Merge Zamasu's just takes so much health off of this guy that any healing that we give him is just like, it's just prolonging the fight for his doom. It's just giving AGL Zamasu more stacks, right? So it's not really to his benefit. It's actually to ours. Not intentionally, but it's like he's healing and he's like, haha, I'm gonna live. Hoo-hoo, I'm stealing all of your damage. And we're like, all right, buddy. We're just, every time you absorb that, we're just getting stronger. So let me know what you guys thought about this fight here against Super 17, but it really wasn't very difficult. So I'll just let the rest of the footage play out. Not much to say here. Super 17 is kind of a pansy these days. Whenever he first came out, he was hitting pretty hard and he was scaring some people. He'd bust out that machine gun arm and we'd laugh at him like, haha, LR Super 17 is so bad. And then he'd hit you with that damage and you go, oh. Like, okay, it's like you designed Boss Super 17 really good, but then you release LR Super 17 and TUR Super 17, and they kind of blow. So, I love Dokkan's thought process. It's like the boss versus what is it? It's like the boss versus the boss as a playable character. That's like Dokkan does the exact same thing. So I'm actually like, if Zamasu's the boss as the playable character, what's the actual Zamasu boss going to look like? That's going to be terrifying. Let me know what you guys think with the end of the red zone, let me know what you guys think the end of the red zone Zamasu fight will be, if it even will be Zamasu. I appreciate your comments down below. I try to respond to them whenever I can. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to wrap up the Super 17 commentary here. I will be back for the Shadow Dragon commentary shortly. All right, next up, we do have the Shadow Dragon stage of the Red Zone. Some people like to use this one for showcases because it does go a little bit longer. I don't ever really run it much because I think it has like locking and sealing and annoying things that just make showcases annoying. So I don't like to run it in here. I just use it, whenever I'm doing this event. I don't really run it. Sometimes I'll use it on my own time just to test units out before I actually do the initial showcase, or, maybe like after I do the initial showcases and then like I'm waiting a day to do the Red Zone showcases, or I'm link leveling them. I may hop into here just to test them out, see how they do against some of these bosses, but none of these bosses in the Shadow Dragon stage really scare me at all. This was a pretty effortless run. We just kind of hopped in here and wiped these guys, and there was nothing they could really do about it. So that's what we're going to see here. You guys are going to notice that I did bring STR Super Boo, and he works out just fine on this team. We're able to get him into Buhan later in the fight. He doesn't really contribute much, but he's on the team. He does provide big bad bosses at one point, so that's really good for us. Just having that link up at all times for all of our units is really good. It's probably the best link in the game, 25% attack and defense for free, and those are like true multiplicative buffs. So it's like if you see a character who has 200k defense without it, and then you get the 25% activated, what is that you jump up to? 50k, like you jump up 50k defense with it activated. I mean, that's a huge number. So as defense numbers keep going up and up, that's just going to be a larger and larger increase to units. So Big Bad Boss is very powerful link that just is really good on this Zamasu team. I cannot express to you how happy I am that Zamasu is as good as he is. I really need them to like keep this level of power for a while, because I am having so much fun running villain teams right now. It is the first time I have enjoyed running villain teams in a very long time, like since the Ginyu Force, basically. Or, well, I guess Piccolo Jr.'s team was pretty fun, but it was a little scary running Piccolo Jr.'s team. But, I mean, running Piccolo Jr. was fun. It was just like, is AGL Metal Cooler going to get us wiped? So, that wasn't super great. I really enjoyed the Ginyu Force. The Ginyu Force was great, but it's been a long, long time since I've enjoyed running a just, like, true, powerful extreme class team. So this felt very nostalgic, like old days of Dokkan whenever you're running STR Rose teams. So let me know what you guys think about Zamasu and just everybody on this team. Let me know if you would have changed up the team build at all, or if this is exactly what you would have brought in. Let me know if this video helped you out at all. Copy my team, hop in here, see if you can beat it. See if you can beat my record, see if you can go faster. I don't know. I don't really try to go for speed runs, but it just kind of happened in here that I broke a lot of records. So let me know what you guys think, and I'm going to come back for the Omega commentary to end us out. All right, wrapping up the World Tour here, the GT Red Zone no item run, a full World Tour here in this video. Again, this is probably going to be the last video that I put up today. Maybe I'll get one out in the afternoon. I know I did a poll asking if you guys wanted me to do tier list, but I really wanted to get these videos out right now, so we're going to do these. And I do want to save tier list for the end of the celebration. I don't like to just milk tier list, okay? Like, I know some people, they're putting out a tier list every time a unit drops. That's not for me. I like to really take my time, because we know it's like we're going to get more free-to-play units this celebration. We're going to get them to Easy A. We're going to get, more Easy A's. It's like the Int Goku Black Easy A could come out and just be like, crazy, like he could actually be better than AGL Zamasu potentially. I doubt it. I think they're going to design him to be kind of in line with Tech Trunks. That's kind of what I'm expecting. I think Int Future Gohan might be in line with AGL Zamasu, and then I think Int Goku Black might be in line with like Tech Trunks, which I do think would be good. Just like a powerful defense stacking character that you can sit under the umbrella of some of these other Zamasu units would be really nice, and I think it would be a welcome addition to these teams. It's just, it's like whenever you have AGL Zamasu as like the standard, then you give us like an Int Goku Black who's basically the same as Trunks. It's like, people get upset about that, but he would still be like a top TUR in the game. I do think the upper echelon of TURs, at least in terms of easy ATURs, are like, AGL Zamasu, Piccolo, Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken is kind of vaguely in there as like a gimmicky unit. I'm not a huge fan of him though, so where he lands is like really difficult for me. I still haven't decided. I'm still not very, like, I think I put him at 2 in my last tier list, which I think was accurate, but now with these new fights, and like he's just completely inoperable against Omega, so we'll see where I end up putting him, if I even put him on the list. I don't know, we'll see. But, AGL Blue Gogeta are all just really powerful units, so it's like, whenever you get a Tech Trunks and a Int Goku Black, potentially, let's say, hypothetically, Int Goku Black is on par with Tech Trunks, it just kind of feels weird, whenever you have these, like, crazy easy ATURs who have the capabilities to survive these big boss super attacks, or at least tell you where they are, different types of abilities like that. And then you get a character like them who's just like solid, like they're good, like they're better than most of the other trash garbage in the easy ATUR realm, like Super Saiyan 3 Bardock and AGL Metal Cooler and things like that, right? They're just absolute trash that we don't talk about. So it's nice to get those units that can survive, but they're not really doing anything crazy special for you. So we'll see what they end up making him, but suffice to say, like long story short, I like the Zamasu units. I think they're very powerful. I really enjoyed doing these showcases. Let me know all of your thoughts. Let me know everything, down in the comments below, related to Dokkan, please, or related to whatever you want. I don't stay on topic in my videos. I don't expect you to stay on topic in the comments, but, keep it civil, I guess. Like, I'm not telling you to come out here and start, trying to ask for Fruit Loops to be, like, different colors, okay? We don't want that. Fruit Loops are good the way they are, okay? No, or, like, we don't want Fruit Loops looking like Apple Jacks, all right? They get confusing. If you make them look the same, you go to the store, you just grab it, and you're like, all right, I'm getting some Fruit Loops. You go home, you got Apple Jacks. And it's like, I wanted the Fruit Loops, or the vice versa, So we don't want that, like I don't want any crazy controversies like that in my comments, all right? Anyway, I really appreciate you guys watching. Let me know if you enjoy this format of video, or if you prefer just the traditional showcases. But I like doing these because it compiles all the footage in one video. It's a lot more work for me to do, and it takes up all of my editing time, or, well, all of my recording time, so we can't get as many videos out. But I've pretty much gotten videos out on everything else in the game, so at least that's able to be recorded right now. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. Let me know down in the comments below. Let me know if you prefer Fruit Loops or Apple Jacks, and I'll catch you guys next time.